What's good, everybody? It's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of The Celebrity Junk. Let me just say, as producers of the music industry, there are two brothers I really have a lot of respect for. First of all, it's Diddy. Diddy produced Mary J. Blige, Jodeci, so many people at Atlantic Records and stuff like that. And then with Bad Boy, I mean, he's been able to transition from that to Revolt to all stuff. I mean, like, P. Diddy is very, very talented to me. And I would like to one day produce the same sort of things that he would do, off of YouTube, right? That's just really what I like to do. I have a lot of respect for the brother. In order to do what you have to do, you have to be mentally disciplined. Kanye West, in his own right, one of the greatest music producers of all time, especially in the hip hop genre, talented rapper, artiste, all of that, right? Again, a guy I have nothing but respect for his work ethic. Kanye came out with these White Lives Matter t-shirts. And again, I have something to say about that. Diddy commented on the fact that he didn't like it. All right. He said that, he didn't like the fact that brother Kanye did what he did, but he don't rock with it. Now, basically what ended up happening was Diddy reached out to Kanye West on Instagram, and it played out. Oh, obviously we're going to, block out the F words, but, Diddy said this, as soon as I land, we'll meet face to face, send me an address. Then there were some cuss words and stuff like that. And, Diddy was saying, send me an address, don't feel threatened, you'll be fine, just love, and all this other stuff. And, all kind of crazy stuff right between the two of them. And, going back and forth, on the internet, as if these guys are not billionaires, as if these brothers are not rich. And of course, Kanye put it all out. They both look silly. And when we talk about Pookies and Ray Rays, we talk about black men that do all kind of tumultuous, stupid things to each other in the black community, right? We talk about brothers who get out and they argue on YouTube, or they argue on Instagram Lives, they argue. But when you look at these older black men who are 52 and 45 years old, guess what you have as far as these two men? Both of them are raised by single mothers. P. Diddy and Kanye both raised by single moms. And that is why you see the feminine behavior, in my honest opinion, which is, I think even women don't even act like this. It's even worse as far as that behavior. Why? Because black men do not know how to respect each other. I'm going to say it again. Black men do not know how to respect each other. Okay? Now, if I'm P. Diddy and I know how Kanye West is, if the brother is wearing a White Lives Matter shirt, I'm not going to comment on it. I'm sorry, y'all might not say that, but I'm just not. I know how the brother acts. I know how he's going to be, and I know what's going to happen if I reach out to the brother. He's not all the way there. He's bipolar. And Kanye said, listen, I'm trying to sell t-shirts. I don't care nothing about you and all kind of names. Let me leave him alone. But to go back and forth with the brother and all this other stuff and to engage him, we got to have some discipline with who we are dealing with as black men. And there are some brothers out there that are talented, and there are certain brothers out there that are doing their thing, but there are certain brothers out there that we just can't rock with. Kanye West is one of those black men. He's the kind of brother that he's a loose cannon. You cannot deal with him. That's why a lot of people, he's a millionaire, but like no artist wants to be signed under Kanye, because he's not a good leader. He's too emotional. He's not all there. And what you see is when you see these black men out here acting like this, they're acting like Pookies and Ray Rays, no matter how much money they got. And you see it all the time. Sometimes as a black man, let me just tell you guys this. Brother Neely Fuller, the OG, the ancestor, he said if black people cannot get along, we need to make the conscious decision to stay away from each other. And let me say this. In our community, we have a lot of lovely people. But in any era, any generation, we're going to have people in our community that we don't like. And the fundamental thing I've learned is for people that I cannot stand, let me not engage you. Get the hell away from me. Okay? I don't need to really talk about you. Sometimes I might do it behind the scenes or whatever, just, but in general, if I can't deal with you, let me remove myself from you. Now, if you want to act a goddamn fool by yourself, that's perfectly fine with you. I don't care what you do. As long as you get away from me, I'm good. But instead of going back and forth, and again, this is like a brother that's 45 and Kanye West, Diddy 52. This is something that you expect for somebody young, somebody in their teens. Showing Instagram messages is really petty. And again, when we talking about as black men, we need to start making money and doing things, and we have to understand, be mentally mature enough before money comes into play, how to interact with black men. And I want to talk about a brother that really was dear to me in that regard, Kevin Samuels. Now, I'm not gonna lie, I've spent my time sometimes beefing with brothers on here on YouTube. Tommy Sotomayor. I've had a few, run-ins with, other brothers on here. And what I learned from Kevin Samuels is he was too big to beef. People called him out. People called him names. People called him gay. He didn't respond to that because he didn't get involved in things that were petty. He even had superstars calling him out and things like that. Didn't get involved. He was bigger than that. And let me just say this. That's why Kevin Samuels had so much support, because he didn't get out in the dirt. He didn't get down in the dirt. Well, folks, you see people like Dr. Umar Johnson, guys like that, and I hold him to a higher standard because of he's so intelligent and he's a brother, but sometimes he'll get down in the dumps. And as black men, we got to understand that sometimes we are dealing with brothers who are not mature. Just because you have money don't make you mature. And a lot of times as black men, when we get money, our mind has not developed with the money. Some of us, we get money, the money grows before we do. And that's a big problem. And you see it in guys the older age. Some brothers, the money starts developing and growing because you worked hard, but you don't know how to mentally be an adult. And that's one thing about me. When I started getting at least some money, I had to make a conscious decision and say, you know what? I am not even mature to be financially in a situation because I'm not mature enough. Let me become mature enough. I need to grow up. Everything don't take a response. Everything don't require a back and forth. Brother Alpha Male Strategist called me one day, and I'm going to give him a shout out right now. He said, brother, the way your life is going right now, you don't need to respond to anybody. You're doing too well. Stop responding to people. Stop going back and forth with folk when you don't need to do that. And sometimes you don't need to do that. If you know our brother is petty, he's volatile, he's acting real stupid, leave the brother alone. Why would you go back and forth with him and nothing is going to come out of it? It makes you look like a Pookie and a Ray Ray. No matter how much money you got, you look like a clown because you're not gonna really see a lot of people of other races doing that. It's only coming down like that in our sector. But guys, what do you think? It's your boy, O'Shea Juke Jackson, back at it again. Another episode of Celebrity Drunk. Appreciate you for all that you do. Subscribe, hit the bell. I'm out.